This week I went to go visit my parents for the final time.
Oh, your final visit to Vernon Hills.
That was my final visit. They're moving out. They're officially moving to San Diego, moving out of my childhood home. So I went there as they were packing, and I went to go see it. And I got there, and everything was already gone. It was all in the moving truck.
Shut up. It was all gone?
Yeah, it was all gone. Nothing was there. It was the fucking
God.
saddest thing in the world. And on my way there, I did some serious memory lane shit. On my way, driving to there, I went to the place I first moved to when I moved to Illinois. Before I moved to Vernon Hills,
I
moved to Skokie, and I lived there from grades 2 to 4.
Wow.
I went to where I used to live.
Yeah.
And I took pictures.
Did you knock on the door?
No, I knocked on the door of my friend, and my buddy was there.
No way.
What?
I also messaged him. Yeah, I messaged him on Facebook, and I know he still lived there. And he was my friend in second grade. The buddy I told you the story about how my parents, I filmed a video of him with his penis out.
Yeah.
On the family's camera.
Yeah.
And then my parents found the camera, and they found that I was recording my friend who was 9 years old at the time with his penis out. That friend.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, so that friend, I met up with him at Skokie, and it was so fucking crazy because his mom walked into the room, and I was at his house for literally 5 minutes. I was there for a little bit. And his mom walks in. She's like, "Oh my God, David, how are you? She's like, it's been what, 14 years? No one's
Oh
ever.
my God.
That's such a crazy number
Yeah.
to say. No one's ever said that to me unless they're my family.
Sure.
For somebody to go 14 years and somebody to remember me. And she was like, "How are your two sisters?" And I was like, "Great. I actually have a brother now too." And she's like, "What? You have a brother?" My brother's 11, but she didn't know I had a brother.
Oh, wow.
That's so crazy. It's been that long. And then the dad walked in. He was like, "I remember you used to play with the marbles in the fish tank." And I was like, "Yes, you guys had fish." And I used to play with the marbles. And I was so excited. And they're the sweetest people, and they're so nice. So I brought him a gift. I wanted to bring him a gift. I used to play video games. I used to go over to his house because my parents wouldn't allow me to have video games. So we played video games at his house.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be fun. So I got him the new PS5.
You did?
Yeah,
wow.
so I thought that would be a cool little gift for him because
Dang, that's
He
really
was
nice.
bro, I quit 10 years ago.
no, he actually he says he watches some of my Twitch streams.
Oh my
so he's
God.
still very much into video games. And
I love how you're I used to play video games. You play every day.
yeah, and that was really cool. And then I also wanted to surprise him and his family with $10,000.
Shut up.
Yeah, because I was I'm in the area and
I'm in the area. Let me drop 10K.
No, I was this is these guys are so great, and I always say I owe so much to the people that helped me grow up and figure myself out, and these guys were very much a part of that.
Oh my
And I didn't
God.
know how to I was I don't want to I didn't have my checkbook, so I was I don't know how to get $10,000 to him.
Yeah.
So I was it was between I use my dad's check and have my dad's name on it,
Yeah.
or I borrow $10,000 in cash from somebody
Right.
and I give it to him that way. But I thought that the $10,000 cash was a little bit douchey, so I was how do I give somebody $10,000 without it coming off here's some money,
Yeah.
or whatever? So I went to the store. And I was I'm gonna get a Hallmark card, and I'm gonna counterbalance the weight of the douchey of the cash by writing a nice card.
Right.
So I get there, and I'm looking for things wrapping paper for the cash and everything, and I find a bag, and it's one of those funny bags that has it's a gift bag, and it's a funny thing written on it, and it's just a green bag, and in gold font it says, "A big bag of money," right on the bag. So I'm okay, well that's fucking hilarious. So I just did that instead, and I went to his house. And I had everything wrapped. I had the cash
Cash or
wrapped.
check?
The cash. I had the cash.
You got cash.
Yeah, I had the cash. And I had this whole dilemma. I was do I record this or do I not record it? And it fucking sucks because my parents were "Don't record it. Have it be a special moment." But even if I wasn't fucking vlogging, I would love to record that shit because I just want to have that memory. But I was this isn't the moment to record it. I haven't seen him in a while. I don't want it to come off weird. Even though I wanted to record it, and I'm sure he would have loved that it was on video just so he can look back at it.
Right.
I gave him the PlayStation, and then I put the little gift bag on the table. And I was "You can just open this one later." And I don't think he thought anything of it.
Right.
Because he's "Oh, this is the PlayStation. This must be a card with some cookies in it that Taylor made or something." And so then I left. I just left. I left with.
Oh, you didn't even see them open the money?
No. I was I think
Oh
it'll
my
be so much
gosh.
funnier if I leave. And I leave the $10,000 in cash in the bag on the table. And
Oh my
then
God, that is so
yeah, and then
crazy.
he messages me an hour later, and he's "Dude, I just missed your call, my bad." And I'm "Oh my God, I still think he hasn't opened it." And this is 11 o'clock at night, And then
We threw it out in the trash. What are you talking about?
yeah, and then 30 minutes after that, he goes, these are the DMs he sends me. He goes, David, bro, my parents just opened your gift. Bro, God bless you. You made me and my parents so happy. My parents really need the money. God bless you, man. You gave my dad a heart attack. If you're around tomorrow, my dad wants to give you an expensive Oriental rug from his store. It was just so that was so fun. Like it was like the coolest thing. Like and like I left the house like with the $10,000 like sitting there on the table, and I was just like to Taylor, I was like, Taylor, we literally it's like we left a bomb in there. Like they have no idea that what's sitting in that bag. Like I wish I could just be a fly on the wall to just watch them open the bag of money.
And did they bring up the dick video?
No, they didn't bring it up. I brought up no. So I was around him, like when I was hanging out with him, I was bringing back other memories. Like there was another time where we had a sleepover. I brought this up in front of his mom. We had a sleepover. I've said this on the podcast too. And he was too scared to go to the bathroom because where we lived, when you turn off the lights, all the cockroaches would scram and all the cockroaches would be all around the floor. Right. We didn't live in a good neighborhood, so like cockroaches were all over the house. Right. And one time we turned the lights on, there were 9 cockroaches just in the bathroom, like a bunch, all in the bathroom floor. And he was so scared to go in, he just peed the bed. In my bed, the one I was sharing with him, and that was like a memory I have with him that I thought was really funny. And he's like, "Oh, I don't really remember that." In front of his mom, so I didn't tell his mom the dick story. But he was like telling me, he's like, I remember you came by and you were like, we used to play video games all the time, and I didn't really care for movies, but you had this movie, and you were like, we have to see it, and you were telling me how you've already seen it, but you want me to watch it with you again.
Oh my God, it sounds like you.
9-year-old me, and it was Star Wars Episode 3, and he's like, you got me into Star Wars, and like that's from then on out we were having like lightsaber fights, which still sounds like me, and like it's just like so crazy. So yeah, so it was like really cool that I got to surprise him with 10K.
You tell about R2?
Did I have R2D2 in my house? No.
Yeah.
I didn't tell him that there's a $20,000 droid sitting in my living room currently.
I came in here the other day, and it was so funny. It was like David was covered in J Balvin's merch, like yellow slippers, making an Instagram story with the real life R2D2. Yeah. I was like, where am I?
Yeah, it's really
Richie Rich's house?
It's really gone weird at this house. But yeah, that was a blast.